Okay, so here we are. I'm getting ready to pull in that big 3-foot heifer. And it may have been 3 feet, it may have been, I don't know, water diffraction may have been messing up my vision a little bit. And the fact that I may have pulled an all-nighter beforehand and the Red Bulls I drank to get me there may have also had a play in all this. But I'm sitting there getting ready. Grant pulls out his 10th fish, okay? And it's a big one, too. He probably pulled out, I think it was 12 inches for that one. You know what I mean? And I'm going after this 3-foot. I'm going for it all. Okay, I'm Moby Dicking this shit. All right, I got my bamboo pole. I got what's left of the bait. And I got all this kind of shit going on. And I am in that damn zone. I am in that zone. Okay, and I'm going to pull that heifer out. And right as I do, he bites. Oh, he bites. And then I pull, yank on the pole, phrasing, and then that's when the shit went down.
Podcast for the common folk.
Podcast, the common folk. A couple weeks ago, I went up fishing trip up into, now for where I'm coming from and where I was moving through, I was in the good town of Las Cruces, New Mexico. New Mexico is a state, by the way, and a lot of people don't think so. They think we looped in with Mexico for some reason. And, well, it's a state, okay? We became a state the same year Titanic sank, okay? Titanic sank, New Mexico became a state, and that's all you really need to know, okay? We exist. Anyway, so there's New Mexico's in the middle of the Chihuahua Desert, and at the southern end of the Rocky Mountains, and that's about all there is to it. We got a river, we got people and trees and not trees and roads and shit, and just like you and me. New Mexico, land of enchantment, where the state's question is a color question, of which I am against, but I also like green chili. So, and I ain't talking about beef chili, I'm talking about the chili pepper, okay? I'm talking about what you bottle in your Tabasco sauce, biatch, okay? All right, there we go. So anyways, I'm moving on up from the great old place of Three Crosses in New Mexico. Las Cruces, okay? Now we taking a little roadie up into the mountains, okay? Now crossing into the mountains, there's plenty of rivers, lakes, go fishing all around. You can have yourself a grand old time. We found this little RV park / camping place / fishing place where they fully stock their lake with trout. Rainbow trout. Rainbow. Lots of colors. All the colors of the rainbow. Rainbow trout. And now, fully stocked lakes are fun. They bite. They guarantee it. Them fish are dumbasses. As I heard some other dude tell me about how, the fish are idiots. They have an ocean, they have a river, they have a giant lake, all this stuff to swim away in, okay? And they still choose to go attach onto your pole that was mysteriously taking their friends. But, well, teach a man to fish, and hopefully fish are still stupid, so we'll be A-okay. So anyway, we want to go up there, and we want to have some fun. Now, Stocked Lake's pretty good. Guarantees a bite. That's how it goes. Good fish, a lot of good. That's how it goes. All right, that's how I want. You want to just have fun? You want to have stress? Yeah, that's how it goes. Some days, you all know the fisher stories. Oh, there are days where we go and I ain't caught nothing. Everybody has said that at least once to somebody else when they take them to go fishing. Okay? And everybody has gotten those days where they've had their good days and when they're on. And then they've had their days where they're bad and they're on. And when you're using the same bait and one's going up and one's another, then it's all just about luck, position, and God blessing. Because there ain't no science to it if you ain't, using different baits. I mean, I guess there's tactics and how you gotta do it. You know how it goes. But anyway, so we go on up to this place, up into the Ruidoso area, in the mountains, okay? Now, it's nice and green up there, okay? And there's lakes, and there's lakes down here, but it's hot down here. So we head on all the way up there, you know how it goes. And we find this nice place, of which I will attach names and stuff here. And it's, you pay by the inch of the fish that you catch. You have to keep everything you catch, which, that's a fair deal. No throwbacks, yeah. And you bring them up there at the end. Bing, bang, boom. You get a bamboo pole, string, hook, get yourself some bait, go over to that, find yourself a little spot around the lake, and go popping in. Not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun. Now, at first, we get there, Rainbow Trout, not too busy, great place, everybody's doing chill, okay, not too many people there. Me and the G-Man pulling out, we get ready to go, attach our bait, get on in there. Not a lot going on. Not a lot going on at all. Okay, there's a big heifer. I called him Moby Dick from the start because he was 3 feet, and I knew that I was going to make this whole day about trying to catch him. I never did, but it came close. But I was going to get that one. You go for the gold. That's about all it is. You go for it. You ain't first, you're last. You know what I mean? That's how it is. You don't get that big trout, or you don't catch a fish at all. Now, that is not exactly what happened either, so I can't exactly say I practice what I preach all the time, because today was one of those days where I'm fishing. That's a weird day. Okay, so, we're sitting there going, not bad. One of those days. Oh, well, some days you go, you never catch anything. They're like, well, it's a stock lake, pretty much guaranteed. Never a lot of trout in there. So, yeah. That's how it goes. So we go on up there. And then, this guy comes over, Steeler fan. And when the Steeler fans meet each other in public, when anybody of a fan of the same team meets each other in public, it goes, hey, yeah, talk about it. You think we got this here? Yeah, he pulls it out of his ass, and we got this shit. Oh, we love the draft. Yeah, same old. Oh, right over here, brother. Yeah. You make new friends with sports. Sports brings the world together, okay? That's how we're going to beat the road. Okay, somehow, some way, we're going to beat it, and then football's going to come back, and hockey's going to come back, and baseball's going to come back, and basketball's going to come back. And everything's going to come back, and volleyball and bowling and all the good shit. Darts, I don't know, hunting, fishing. No, hunting, fishing's still kind of there. So, you can't really say too much about that. Evidently, fishing, we just went fishing. So, how it goes. But, all right, see that. He's like, hey, we getting some bites over there. We're like, okay. So we grab our giant bucket, fill it with water. Because you want to put the water in there. You don't want the fish to, die, but you also don't need them to, you also don't want them alive looking at the dead friends, or they're all sitting there going, we know what the fuck's going on. You want a bucket of water to put your fish in. You don't want to fucking carry that fish. You never know how long that shit goes. Fucking A, all right? It's fish. All right, so we go on over. Lob one in there. Grant gets one. Pulls that shit in there. First one was the 9 inches, which was the smallest one we caught that whole day. Damn. We put in the work. Grant rolled that shit in there. And this is bait that they gave us. And, bamboo pole, we propped that in there. We grabbed that shit up. Let's go. All right. The fish are biting, as the lady likes to say. Okay, so then comes next. I give me a fish. Okay, good 11-incher. Pop that shit right into the same bucket. Hold it up, you know what I mean? You got mad scramble to get it up out of the water, then the mad scramble to get it onto the bank, and then the mad scramble to pick it up from the bank as it's flopping for its dear fucking life as it tries to get back into the lake. And it fails. Because... well, people want rainbow trout, and I'm not going to let it go away once I caught it. You don't let it go away. I ain't throwing it back in. It's not a bluegill. It's not a lake, and plus, it's against the rules. Now, normally, rule breaker, I live outside the rules. Yeah, nobody gives a shit, okay? It's not, to quote the dude, or not to quote the Big Lebowski, and to quote, what's his name from the dude, this is not Vietnam. There are rules. This is bowling. That's how it goes. This is rainbow trout fishing. You pick them up and you keep them. Don't be ashamed of what you got. If you're going to go fishing, you're going to go fishing. You're going to catch something, bring it back. You got to bring it back. There ain't no way trying to hide that. And that could probably be used for a lot of other things in life too. But for right now, all I'm talking about is fishing, because that's really all I give a shit about. Do I really want to solve the world's problem with fishing analogies, doing rainbow trout hunting up in the mountains? It can be done. But that just seems too much effort for the moment, as I'm trying to take away from a joyous time. Oh, shit, I don't know. Maybe the world peace accords be signed like that. Get the Iranians and the Israelites to fish together, and maybe the world come together. Maybe not. I don't know. Depends if the fish are biting that day. Bring them to this lake stock trout, then the fish will be biting and shit. I think we can all end up with a good time. World peace in the land of enchantment. That's how that shit rolls. Anyway, so we're going around, we move around to the other side of the lake where the fish have been biting. And keep in mind, this whole time, I'm keeping an eye, because that big fella, every now and then, pops his head around. And I see him. I know damn well I want to catch that fucker. Okay? If anybody gets that big fish, it's going to be me. And it wasn't me, and it wasn't anybody else. So, option's still on the table. Great place. Gorgeous. Great day. Grass. Okay, we're going in there. We're coming around. We're moving around. Okay. Now we catching in there. All right, we catching up. All right, I got 2. Grant got 3. Okay. Then I got 4. Then Grant got 4. And then right now, we're sitting there for 4 apiece. Kind of dry. Okay. Then the girl one that comes in, Terry, with that, she gets 1 too. She gets a fish. Hey, we rolling. Everybody getting fish. Now keep in mind, I got 4. Grant's got 5. Terry's got 1. So that's 10 fish already, and you pay by the inch. And these fish are all over, except for the one, which is the 9-incher, all over 10 inches. And you pay by the inch, and it's not extremely expensive, but it's going to get there. But also, it was like, well, we weren't expecting to catch that much. That goes, sometimes you go and you don't catch nothing, as you're saying that, as Grant reels in his 5th fish, So, okay. I start to, I got 4. I think that's a good number. I want to go for that big one. I'll be like, all right, I'm going to go do that. So I grab a little bit of the bait. Me and Grant head over to the one other side of the pond. All right, now G-Man the legend. What happens next is something that will define him for the rest of history. 1 fish after another fish. Jesus Christ, he's catching fish like a goddamn Dr. Seuss book. 1 fish, 2 fish, more fish for Grant fish. Hey, 1 fish, 2 fish, Grant fish, my fish. Hey. He kept pulling them out. We used the same bait. We used the same kind of poles, okay? We were fishing in the same length, fishing the same kind of fish. There was no other reason other than they must have just thought Grant's pole looked more better looking than my pole. And I sit there, I'm trying techniques, okay? But that shit, they're just going after. No, he's just catching them. 1, 2, another one, another one. And you know how it goes. Mad scramble, gets it up, gets it onto the bank. Right, mad scramble, wrestling with the fish, grabs the fish. You know, wrestle with it, you know, a little bit. Because the fish tries to slide out, okay? It's a slippery fish. It's in the water. Fish got scales. Scales are slippery. Okay, it's hard to grab. Okay, so there's dirt everywhere. You know, and you got bait in one hand, you got your pole in one hand, you got a string and a barbed wire going around, and you got a fish that's freaking out for its dear life because its dear life's about to come to a close end. And it's all just a bunch of chaos. And it's chaotic awesomeness as you get that fish. Hold it up, take a picture. You know what I mean? Zoom in a little bit. Toss it into the bucket with its other dead buddies. Then this bucket's getting full. Okay, all right. We are starting to dance upon the corpses of our enemies. Our enemies that day were deemed the rainbow trout. And Grant was putting away them numbers. I'm sitting there going after that big one. Finally, near the end, Grant gets up there, gets his 10th fish. We done. He done. He just like, I'm done. I keep catching these fish. It's starting to get to the point where just like I'm becoming self-conscious for what my parents are going to have to do. And that's going to be a lot of cleaning and cooking and shit. And damn. And if you don't like fish, I mean, yeah, find somebody that likes fish, because you can probably catch a good bit of fish there. Because I'm not going to lie, this shit was awesome. They cleaned and gutted for you, too. Can you believe that shit? Like, that was amazing. You can walk right up there. Smooth there, okay? Just like watching Phil Robertson on Duck Dynasty cleaning up frogs, okay? And she clean out the guts, boom, 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 bing, bang, boom, boom. Got all that shit down there, measuring the table, getting that all set down there. Made it feel like you were spending your day with the grandpa out on the lake back in the summer in the good old days before Rona and all that other bullshit. So, good stuff. Now, I'm going for it, and there it is, Moby Dick. Now, I don't know what his name was, okay? I didn't ask him, and I don't speak rainbow trout, but I just called him Moby Dick, although after a while, I kind of just stopped doing that because I felt like he didn't earn the title, because he just seemed to be a lazy piece of shit, too. But finally, I angered him, and I didn't even do it on purpose at first. I threw my line in, okay, and it landed right on his head, because I saw him, and the water diffraction was a little bit there, yeah. There it goes. Drop that on him. Hit his face. Booyah. Got his attention now. I'll be like, all right, I got this. Grammy, I got 10 fish, but I'm about to get this big heifer. Okay, I got that. He goes up. He grabs it. Shit's getting ready to fit. All right, he bites it. I ain't. That fucker's coming out of the water. Oh, good Lord. He struggled a little bit first. And I'm struggling too, because you need to be careful with a bamboo pole, because that's what we're using. If you're catching rainbow trout with a bamboo pole, that's kind of cool, and that means you're cool. So I'm there, therefore, I am cool by my own standards, in that sense. By your standards and your standards alone. Oh, shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a shit about you. Anyways, mini conversation. I yanked that shit, and I'm pulling that shit right on out of the lake. Get that, you know how it goes. Lake, creek bed. All right, bang. Get that shit over onto the dry land, okay? Because you need to get your hand on that quickly, all right? Because the more time that shit dangling in the air, the more time that fish gonna flop. And he flopped like a damn kid with seizures, all right, watching a war movie or playing Call of Duty or something, okay? And it's not making fun of. That happens. That's called epilepsy, okay? It's a fact of life, all right? Don't be an asshole about it. People have it. Don't treat it like it's nothing weird, because they're not that different, other than the people that sometimes they have a bad mental reaction to flashing lights, which, you know what, sometimes is there. You ever stare at a flashing light for too long? Yeah, it sucks ass. It's stupid, all right? So, you know, and that's about this accurate thing. Did the fish want to die? No, the fish doesn't want to die, all right? So it's going to flap as hard as the hell as it can, all right? And that's how it goes. It's like pure muscle swimming in there, all right? Pure stupid muscle, but pure muscle nonetheless. So that's flapping there, and I get that shit, and I move it on over, right over to the bank. But yeah, I was like, yes, I knew it. I knew it. So I'm going like, I pulled that big heifer. Pulled it down. Yeah, well, remember that thing I was telling you earlier? You know, how like the water, when you look into the water, shit don't look like the water inside. Like, you know, the water make it look different because, you know, light rays and water diffraction and other fractions and other stuff that institutions and scientific stuff that talks about observations through different elements and shit like that. You know what I mean? It was not 3 feet. It was, man. It was only 13 inches. Now, that's not too bad. But compared to 3 feet, it is very bad. I did not like it. I was not good. So I ended up with 5 fish. Grant ended up with 10 fish. Terry got 1 fish. And so all in all, 16 fish is a good haul. Take them up to the lady. Very nice lady. Clean gut. Take them out. Still got the heads and tails on, but that's okay. You know, sometimes you need to take off the own heads and tails for your own good. That's a good. And they were good fish too. All right, you know, a lot of people said they're good. Taste pretty good too. My brother liked them too. That's always good, you know, because he pulled in the weight. He pulled in all 10 of them. And I tell you what, I don't even got that 5, and I still think about it all day. I wonder if that fish ever thinks of me. How he bamboozled me the whole time. You know what I mean? Well, who's laughing now? Oh, that idiot thought it was a 3-footer, but I wasn't. That idiot just sitting in my freezer right now thought he was in heaven, but he wasn't. Whew, that's how that shit goes. Oh, good day for fishing. Now, see, that bamboo fishing's fun. And it's a lot easier to do when it's just a bamboo pole, string, hook. You know, it's simple. I mean, you pull that shit in there. It's a string, it's a hook, it's a fish. Boom, boom, boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, that's how that shit works. Okay. Now, another good thing to do is go fishing off the coast in the Atlantic or somewhere. And go out there and go fishing, get some sharks, stingrays, any other kind of fish you can get. I don't know. We would latch on. We got all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. You know how it goes. But for those ones, you need singers, you need a whole nice line with cable, good reel, good lines, good hooks, good bait for that one, you know what I mean? Because in the water, in the ocean's the pros, and this one's here, a nice little secluded getaway. Okay, it's nice, green, good breezy day. Get a bamboo pole, get some stuff, and go out there and go fishing. I tell you what, and those fish would bite too. I mean, and then near the end, the crowd started coming in. But even with the crowd and stuff too, the fish seemed to just kind of still go towards that. People were still catching, so the noise didn't even affect the fish. And if the noise don't affect the fish, then you can still go there. Then it'd be a-okay. You know what I mean? Very nice place. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Go back again. And that's just how that shit goes, and I love that shit. I'm gonna tell you what, we fishing good. Got a good bit of food, good cheap, good fun day, good stop, hop over. Okay, they got everything there for you. Very nice, very patient, very just wonderful experience altogether. And that would be the fishing trip. Thank you. Podcast coming through.